What is child labor? The use of children in industries or businesses when illegal or considered inhumane. Child labor involves at least one of the following characteristics: violates a nation's minimum age laws, threatens children's physical, mental, and emotional well-being, involves intolerable abuse such as child slavery, child trafficking, debt bondage, forced labor, or illicit activities. Prevents children from going to school. Uses children to undermine labor standards. Where does child labor occur? Of an estimated 212 million child laborers around the globe, approximately 114 million are in Asia and the Pacific. 14 million in Latin America. 65 million in sub-Saharan Africa. Causes of child labor. Child labor still exists, even though laws and standards that prevent it are passed. Current causes of global child labor are similar to its causes in the United States 100 years ago, including poverty, limited access to education, repression of workers' rights, limited prohibitions on child labor. Poverty and unemployment levels are high. Poor children and their families may rely upon child labor in order to improve their chances of attaining basic necessities. More than 1/4 of the world's people live in extreme poverty. According to 2005 United Nations statistics, the intensified poverty in parts of Africa, Asia, and Latin America causes many children there to become child laborers. Access to compulsory free education is limited. In 2006, approximately 75 million children were not in school, limiting future opportunities for the children in their communities. A 2009 report by the United Nations estimated that achieving universal education for the world's children would cost $10 to $30 billion. Existing laws or codes of conduct are often violated. For example, the manufacture and exports of products often involve multiple layers of production and outsourcing, which can make it difficult to monitor who is performing labor at each step of the process. Extensive subcontraction can intentionally or unintentionally hide the use of child labor. Ending child labor. Unions and grassroots groups are increasingly recognizing direct connections between worker rights and the fight against child labor. Recognizing child labor as a violation of children's and workers' rights, trade unions are joining with families and community organizations to combat child labor, to move children out of work and into schools, and to support core labor standards. Child labor is being ended around the world by strong unions have been starting to recognize child labor and have been trying to put a stop to it. Parents have improved conditions working with the effective unions so that children are less likely to work. There have been active struggles against child labor, which tends to strengthen unions and workers' rights in general. Many workers and unions in the United States and other countries are supporting efforts to end child labor by forging alliances with unions in other countries.